And before any sort of creatures come out, um, you notice Aramis and Valere standing by one of the lifeboats, and they're having a very they seem to be having a very heated argument. And you catch sight of Aramis taking off his trifold hat, Valere shaping wind into this glowing ball, and placing the hat on top of it and throwing it. And this hat travels all the way down below deck towards you, Gallet and Suma, actually. Um, you are just fresh from discovering that there's a freaky frog inside of that locked room, and you just close the door behind you really fast. And now, of all things, a hat is floating towards you. This ball of wind kind of bursts around you. You hear a voice, as if Aramis had spoken into this wind and it was imparted directly towards you. And Aramis is addressing you, Gallet. You know, kid, you said something earlier about what it means to be captain. Struck a chord with me. But I'm a survivor first and a captain second, and I will not go down with the ship if the ship can go down for me. Keep the hat. Maybe it'll fit better on you than it ever did me. Oh, and if any of them make it out of this alive, and you turn and you see, the crewmates still on the ground, unconscious. Maybe a couple in the back are slightly stirring. Aramis says, "Let them know their debt is paid." The wind from whatever it is that Valere did swirls around you, and you feel light, like almost weightless. For the next 24 hours, you two are both under the effects of the spell haste.
I will hand the hat that I've grabbed to Gallet and just say, "I believe this is yours."
Okay, big day for me. Big day for Gallet. So, Emperor Frog, hi, I'm the new captain of the ship. I'm sorry that the previous owner abducted you. And there's a little trouble happening right now with some things that mean to do many creatures on here harm. Many of them which they do not deserve it. And I've read that you're quite the powerful individual. You might be a baby, but just checking in, can you just make this go away? Please?
The Emperor Frog does not speak to you. It's like in your mind you see visions, as if it is communicating with you solely through pictures. You can sense this thing's fear, and you can tell that while it doesn't exactly know what's out there on the water, what is approaching, you know that it knows that it's trouble. And it looks like it's in a little bit of pain too. You feel a little bit of pain. You are unsure of how to help it, but it does seem to trust you a little bit.
I think we need to deal with the Red Wraith to fix this.
With the two of yours hasted movement, I will say that you make it up just in time for this next series of events. The scuttling of skeletal hands gets louder and louder, and you see these like hands climb up onto the deck. The first you see are like just these like raggedy red bone skeletons kind of strung together with red mist, as if they're like being puppeted by something far away. And coming up behind them are these much larger and taller entities. They're also pretty skeletal, but they do still have like flesh still clinging to their bones. And upon their chest, where there is still skin, is the carved insignia of an eye with a swirl of like a swirling pattern where the pupil should be. Gallet, you are the first to move here.
I'll run up there. What happened to him? As I point to Gawain. And then use my hasted action. Can't cast 2 cantrips in a turn, I think, so I will take out my bag of ball bearings. And
Nice.
I don't know how it works, and I'm just gonna chuck it in that general direction. That guy looks like a meanie, so I'm just gonna aim my ring at it and fire.
Okay.
It shoots out just really condensed cold water from the deep depths of the ocean.
A 15 does hit. 7 damage. All right.
Alright.
Suma, it is your turn.
So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15 to here. I would like to Burning Hands, and that is fire damage.
Ruby, it is your turn.
I want to cast Sacred Flame.
7. That's actually going to do 14 damage. Alok, that's you.
For fun, I'll step out here and try to stab with my rapier. Okay. That sucks.
So a 9 unfortunately will not hit. You have announced yourself at this point, so they are going to go for you, unfortunately. An 11 doesn't hit, I don't think. 17, 8 damage. Everybody roll me a perception check, actually. So, Alok, you're too busy getting clobbered by these skeletons to really see what's going on. But Suma, Gallet, and Ruby, you look up and you see that this ship that the Red Wraith is on, it's maybe 30 feet away. And as you look up, you see like a cloud of mist cross the divide between the two ships, almost as if like a boarding plank. At the very end of the plank, like a hand comes up and kind of does this directly at Gawain. He says nothing to you, walks over, crosses onto this bridge. As he marches towards the Red Wraith ship, the bridge vanishes behind him. Suma, it is now your turn.
We'll go over here. Shocking Grass. I'm going to use my hasted action to make a short sword attack.
These 3 right here.
Can I attack the one?
Yes, you could attack that one. A 10 actually exactly hits.
Really?
Cool. This thing is dead.
I'm going to try another Shocking Grasp on boy.
A nat 20?
Wow.
9.
Let's do Guiding Bolt.
That is
Woo.
massive. You exactly kill this thing.
Oh boy, we're fighting this thing. I'm gonna run over here, quickly pop around and take a shot. Maybe I'll roll above a 5. Let's see.
Let's go.
I rolled above.
Yeah!
Oh, it hits! Tell me how this happens.
Yeah.
Tell me what Alok is feeling as he pulls back this shot when basically every other shot has missed up until this point, and tell me exactly where the arrow lands.
He pops out, realizes how scared he is. He takes a shot, doesn't even look. He just pops back around the corner. Doesn't even see it land.
Arrow flies over, arrow cuts clean through, and as it does, it like collapses backwards, and every part of it like turns into mist as the bones themselves shatter onto the floor. The skeletons and the Skull Reavers are defeated. You have survived this encounter. Congratulations! You look over to see the Red Wraith, and the Red Wraith is just standing there, and Gawain is still impaled on his cutlass. Gawain's body turns into mist. Looks like it becomes part of the Red Wraith. This thing does not make any like sudden moves, but it does reach out a hand towards you. The storm around you grows stronger and stronger. Like wooden boards from the side of the ship like start flying off out of the nails and like going towards the Red Wraith ship. And as these bits and pieces of debris fly into the ship, you can see the ship like almost like getting bigger. However, Gallet, the frog on your back, which has been here this entire time, just kind of clinging onto you for dear life as you zipped around at Mach speed, it appears to wake up. All of a sudden, like, the sounds of the storm fade away. As you look up, you see that the entire ship has been encased in a large green bubble. The waves push you back and back away from the Red Wraith. The storm recedes out into the distance, and the Red Wraith does not make any moves at this point, but his ship does sink back below the waters. Eventually, the frog collapses from your back, and the force field dissipates, but it seems that for now, you are safe from whatever that thing is. You get the sense that it's going to be okay, like it's not gonna die in this moment, but that it's in pretty bad shape, that these things are not meant to exert energy at that rate or to do that kind of thing. It is not what it was meant to do. You go down below and it seems that a few of the people have started to wake up. Everybody gathers above deck. The crew turns to you, Gallet, because you are wearing the captain's hat. The chef, he kind of looks at me and goes, "Why has he got the captain's hat?" And you see Suzanne kind of poke her head out from like the side of his legs, and he goes, "Okay, so like everybody's talking, and they're saying that the Captain Aramis just left. Like, would you believe that he actually just left without saying goodbye?"
I hold up my hand.
And instinctively, the chatter stops.
I was given the hat from Aramis. He left you all for dead. Him and Valere, just letting you know. They thought their chances were higher if they just left you and took one of the lifeboats. They said all your debts have been paid. Sorry you had such a crap captain.
Their beloved first mate and captain were like, "Get below deck, shit's going down." They immediately passed out, and when they woke up, the ship was a mess. This essentially a stranger is wearing the captain's hat, and the captain is gone. A couple of them approach you. Andros is among them, kind of like leading kind of a small pack of people, and he says, "Listen, a lot of people on the ship. We don't know much else than being on the ship. What would you have us do, since you're the captain now and everything?"
Yeah, how about right now, we all just keep calm, make sure the ship is in fine, let's start repairing it, and some of you I will want to help unlock some things in that room, just to make sure no other animals are in there. Get to it.
As you were talking amongst yourselves, one of the crew members, a very shy-looking gnome, walks up to you, and he's kind of twiddling his thumbs. He says, "Captain, and Captain's friends, shield captains, I have a bit of a bad news. The ship, I don't know how much longer it'll be able to stay afloat."
What's your name, crewmate?
Simon, sir.
Nice to meet you, Simon.
They open the door to Valaire's room. On top of it is an ornate box. You hear that click, clack, clack of like certain like the gears, like switches, like flipping inside of it. It opens. You spot a small, kind of drawstring bag. The moment you take it out, it feels light. If you just left it in the palm of your hand, it would just like slowly kind of move about. You see that there is a letter. On top of it is a single obsidian shard.
Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Suma doesn't quite drop the box, but immediately just like places it on the table like it's something really hot.
You read the letter. "Dear brother, this will be the last letter I write you, for I am certain that next news I have to bring, I may speak to you in person. I have met a man who can lead me to the forces that took you, and so long as I stay by his side, I know my path will lead me to you." And it's signed, "May the winds be ever behind you, Valere." And you see that this letter was dated 15 years ago. So you're about in between Laki and the Gallon Republic. We could turn back around to Adaport if we really had to. Or we could go straight to Palestrom, which was our original destination. Or he consults a bunch of like calendars and charts and stuff. If I'm not mistaken, the island of Lagan might be nearby at this time of year. So, Ruby, you have pretty good knowledge of this because at one point, the island of Lagan swung dangerously close. It kind of passed through nearby where your village is, and you heard talk about it. It is essentially a floating island populated entirely by Warforged. They built this like massive floating city, but this place is massive enough that you could dock a ship there. Reasonably, you might be able to repair the ship that you're currently on.
During one of the nights, I just take off my captain's hat and I undo my ring and look at it, and I just ask, "I'm a captain. Does that? Can you bring him back now? This counts as earned, right? I've survived the Red Wraith."
You are a captain in name only. You should have died out there. It's a miracle that you didn't. In fact, if that old man hadn't given so much of himself to make sure you stayed alive, perhaps this ring would be on somebody else's finger right now.
And I put the ring back on, put the hat to the side, and go to bed.
All right.